My name is Abdul Malik bin Kamaruddin. I am a student studying for the ACCA accounting profession in UiTM Shah Alam. I have always attracted to the idea of lifelong learning, and recently I stumbled upon this, the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Every goal seems really good, but this one particular goal caught my attention, and I want to talk about that. Hear me out. When I was in my elementary school, I always thought that exams were everything, down from learning basic things such as ABC all the way to structuring the final year thesis. Back then, learning to me feels more of a destination rather than a journey. But as I continued to live on this path, something felt wrong. Different people have different standards, and what might be successful to others might not deemed to be successful in the eyes of those who set higher standards. I am by no means accusing those who set high standards to be ignorant towards others. You see, many people love the idea of getting great scores from their exams, and there is nothing wrong with that. It took me a while, but I found out that learning is not about finishing the racing line. It's more about how we get to that finishing line. Relevant to the topic Sustainable Development Goals, I want to emphasize more on goal number 4, quality education. We love to think that when it comes to quality education, it's more on the external factors surrounding us. Technology-equipped classrooms, lectures from top-tier educators, uninterrupted online learning streams, and many more. While these may be true to a certain extent, it is in my personal belief that the way we think about learning plays as big of a role, if not bigger. How our minds think when we learn, how we feel when we learn them, and how we apply them in our lives. Quality education is derived from ourselves. It's about the curiosity, and having this genuine feeling ultimately guides someone to learn better about the world. Doesn't matter whether it's about science, physics, psychology, engineering, or even financial materials. To remain curious is to remain seeking for understanding. How then would anyone who feel like they are not curious enough to stay curious as they should? I would say that one way to learn and to remain curious is to stop questioning ourselves. If we are afraid to get bad results, then we are not really inside the quality education circle, no matter how good the school or university is. The mentality of accepting our own failures to step forward, even for just a little step, is far greater than deciding to leave it behind. Curiosity is for those brave enough to tear down the veils of disappointment. Phoenix Hou, a Chinese polyglot and an influencer, mentioned that, quote, "The pursuit of knowledge is almost by definition a sort of masochism," end quote. He believes that in such pain, and only in such pain, can people overcome the inner conflict within. I have come to a realization that learning is not a destination, but rather an endless journey. And yes, perhaps only in such pain can we truly appreciate the value of learning, creating a perspective of infinite life opportunities. Quote, "For the bigger the circle of the known, the greater the contact with the unknown," end quote. As for the Sustainable Development Goal, that is my aspiration on quality education.